Hey, W2 Prison Break Nation. Welcome back to the W2 Prison Break Show, the podcast to help you fire your boss and become the CEO of your own business in under 12 months. I'm your host, Brian O'Neill. So glad that you're with me today. Today's topic is going to be maybe a little bit controversial. I'm reading this really interesting book by Dave Asprey, who's the guy who invented the bulletproof diet, and he's a biohacker, kind of a radical guy, the way that he thinks and all the stuff that he does. But it's really starting to catch on, and a lot of people are taking notice of it. And one of the interesting things in the book that he said about the human body is that the body is designed, our bodies are designed to be lazy, to preserve energy, to just basically not die. It's really interesting. When you think about that, I started thinking about that and I said, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Like, it's just easier to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, isn't it? Than go run for 3 hours. We're just not meant to do that. So I started thinking about why people are not where they want to be in their lives, right? And I started thinking about what Dave said in the book, which is we're designed to be lazy, to preserve energy, to not do anything. That's why people are stuck, I think, is because they just are complacent. And why are people who are successful, like what is the difference? So that's what I really want to address today is the difference between the people who understand that, hey, we're supposed to be lazy. Like, our bodies want us to be lazy and just kind of take it easy, right? Versus those who are maybe, and if you are lazy, right, or if you're behaving in that way, maybe you're being ridiculed, right, or you feel like you're being ridiculed. And I don't know. I have a different perspective now after kind of reading this book. I'm not saying I 100% agree with everything that Dave says, but a lot of this stuff makes sense, right? And he's done a ton of research, so and again, this stuff is catching on, in with a lot of other people. Here's what I can tell you that I know to be true, which is, and my father used to tell me this all the time, right? And to get ahead in life, there's no, there's so much talk about mindset. There's so much talk about meditation and affirmations and vision boards and manifestation and all this stuff. And while all that stuff is great, I've done it, I've practiced it. The only thing that has truly moved the needle in my life, getting me from one spot to the next, is doing, is taking action, is doing something different, or just doing anything, getting my butt up off the couch and actually doing something, not willing it into existence, not dreaming about it, not shouting stuff in the mirror, or not meditating. Again, all that stuff is useful, but it's completely useless if you don't take action, if you don't do stuff. And again, knowing that we're meant to be lazy, that our bodies are designed to preserve energy, it's challenging to do. It's hard for people to take action. Okay. Like, physically, it's hard for us to take action. I think maybe more so than mentally now. I'm starting to really look at that. So that's why I think that's why also people talk so much about mindset, is because they understand, like, hey, it feels good to sit on the couch. The body likes that. The body understands that, right? Hey, you're serving this body right now by resting. Now, you're not serving it by, adding a bunch of chips and sodas while you're doing that and drinking or whatever, but you get the point. But this is the differentiator. This is the thing that will get you to where you want to go, is simply by taking action. And you don't have to take massive tons of action all the time. Obviously, if you do that, you're going to get ahead faster and you're going to get to where you want to go in a much bigger way. But I'm telling you, if you could do one thing, like if I could just start tomorrow and say, okay, I want a different life. I need to start meditating. No, I need to start manifestation. No, I need to start journaling. No, I need to start affirmations. No, it's like, I need to do something. I need to wake up and do something different. Okay. I need to take action. I need to make more phone calls. I need to learn new skills. I need to take the first step towards starting my business. I need to network with more people. I need to do something different. If you want a different life, you can't be doing the stuff that you were doing yesterday. Now, I'm not saying don't work out. I'm not saying don't meditate. And I'm not saying don't journal, have goals, but don't have this 2-hour morning routine when you could just get up and get to work. Alex Hormozy says this, and he's someone that I follow. I highly recommend you listen to his podcast. I don't recommend a lot of podcasts on mine, but I would listen to that. And he says, "Hey, I just get up and get to work, whatever that looks like for you. Just get up and get to work. Start doing stuff, and stop being what the body wants you to be. Because again, you're constantly battling against that." Oh, just an interesting perspective. But this is what I have found that has always been the differentiator between me getting what I want and me not getting what I want. It's not because I meditated or I visualized. I mean, I have a vision board on my wall. Sure. I look at that stuff. That motivates me to take action. But if I have a vision board and I don't take any action, I'm not getting that house. If I meditate or if I work out and I don't take any action with my diet, then I'm not going to get the results that I want. Right. So you have to continue to do. That's the only thing that I know that ever worked. To take it a step further, I love this quote. My father used to tell me this all the time is like, do what others are not willing to do. Do what others are not willing to do. Greatness requires sacrifice. This is so true. Think about all of the people who are super talented that you know, wasted talent. They don't do anything. Or maybe they're super talented and then all of a sudden they get to the point where everybody's talented. I'm making sports references here. I make them a lot. I tell this to my son all the time too. It's like, hey, some of these kids are really, really good. He plays baseball. He's young. He's 12 years old. Some of these kids are really, really good. They're just naturally gifted. But eventually they're going to get to the point where they're going to be in a room or on a team where everyone's good. They're all good. And the ones who are willing to do what the others are not willing to do, those are the ones who are going to make it. They're going to make it to the Division I schools and then so on and so forth. They'll make it to the major leagues. This carries over through your life. You do not have to be the smartest person. You just have to be the one who's working, who's doing, taking action. It's overused. The word taking action is as overused as you have to have a winning mindset or a strong mindset. But to me, based on everything that I've learned over the course of my soon to be 50 years, like this is the thing that separates the mediocre from the good to the great, and the great from the exceptional. Is just continuing to take action consistently, daily, and over a long period of time. You're going to win life. I hope this episode serves you. You get a nugget or two out of it. We're coming up on the end of the year. We're coming up on the holidays. I hope you have an amazing time with your family. You're around people that you love and make you feel good. I want you to take some action. I want you to take some action for me too, which is I don't ask this very often on the show. I'd love for you to leave a rating and review on the show. Just go to Apple, go to Spotify, wherever you listen, and just rate the show, review the show, leave me a note. I'd be truly grateful if you did that. It does help me and it does help the show reach more people who are in a similar situation as you. So I thank you for that in advance, and I'll see you on the next episode. Make it a great day.